Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. Today I have another video showing off some recent pickups of Topps short print image variations of Hall of Famers. I'm really enjoying putting this collection together. These cards have some great images, and again, of some of the all-time great Hall of Famers. I'm still able so far to still find some pretty good bargains out there, the $5 to $7 range, even when factoring in shipping and tax. I am noticing though that some of the cards that I'm starting to go after looks like I'm gonna have to be bumping up my bid to most likely having to pay $10, maybe a little bit more. These are for more of the more popular Hall of Famers. And of course, there's those super short prints that are going to be saved to the very end because they're running some of these I've seen listed for at a minimum $30 all the way up to probably close to $100. Some of them, the really super short prints, are several $100s. So those are going to be the last ones that I would ever get in this collection. But when I started 2022, I had picked up 105 of these short prints, and my goal for the year was to pick up 150. The 105 I had collected, I think, over a 4-month period in late 2021 when I started this collection. So going after 150 this year seemed like a fairly realistic goal. Well, with these 10, I have 10 to show off today. There are a few that I'm still waiting to get in the mail. I've already picked up 40 in a month and a half. So I'm doing really good. I love picking these up. Again, can't go wrong with cards of Hall of Famers. Granted, they're modern. They're not playing day vintage cards of these players. But just the images on some of these are really cool. And you'll see there's a wide range of images for these players here that I have to show off. And again, I'm really enjoying this. Again, picking up a $5, $6, $7 card here or there fits within my budget and just keeps adding to this collection. So I'm going to turn the camera around again, show off these 10 new Topps short print image variations of Hall of Famers. Okay, I'm going to start off with a few from 2009. Now, that was, I believe, the first year that Topps started these short print image variations of Hall of Famers. And back then, 2009, 10, I think even getting into 11, possibly 12, they were harder to find in packs. So I'm not sure what the odds were, but I think they were harder to find. Later on, as Topps continued to do this, I believe in the update series, they were easier to find more often. Again, none of these are serial numbered, so it all depends on the pack odds that Topps decided to insert these into packs. But for these first 2009, I have 3 of them. It wasn't a lot, but the seller had multiple cards ending right around the same time. I think there may have been 6 or 7, and I ended up winning 3 of them. So of course I saved on shipping, which is good. So the first one here is of Duke Snyder. Later in his career, when he played for the Mets, I think it was just 1 year. Looking at the back, looks like he played for the Mets in 1963. What I didn't know, and again, which is really an added benefit of these cards here, for most of them you can see their entire career stats. I didn't realize that he played his last year for the Giants. Obviously he's known for playing for the Dodgers, and I knew he had played 1 year for the Mets, but if I did realize, I may have forgotten that he did play his final year with the Giants. So there's the Duke Snyder. The second one is Cy Young. Boy, I want to say he pitched into his 40s, I believe. And this is probably obviously one later on in his career. Now that's showing him playing for the Rustlers. So not sure. Okay, so that was his last year, 1911. He played. He had pitched 7 games, I guess, for the Naps, and then 11 games for the Rustlers. But just look at all those wins: 36 wins, 35 wins, 34, 33, 32. Now, obviously, back in the day, the pitching was totally different. You had pitchers pretty much pitch the entire game. I mean, 749 complete games. That's I'm sure that's a record. And in addition to his 511 wins, I don't see any of those being broken. But he had over 7,300 innings pitched, 2.63 ERA. There's no wonder why they call it the Cy Young Award. And the next one is one of my favorite all-time pitchers. Some consider him maybe one of the top 3 pitchers of all time. Love this image. Christy Mathewson. I was really happy to pick this one up out of the group that I won. Now here they have him pictured again. These seem to be having a little pattern here by showing the player later on in their career. Obviously, Christy Mathewson ended his career with the Reds after so many amazing years with the Giants. But here is his career stats: 373 wins, career ERA of 2.13. I mean, look at some of those ERAs: 1.28, 1.14. Just amazing. Again, we are talking about a whole different era of baseball, but I always find it interesting or to think about how some of these pitchers back then would fare today, or how would some of today's hitters or even pitchers fare back then. Because again, rules were different. The game was played different. It was managed different. Again, today's pitchers, starting pitchers, it's good for them to get 6 innings, 6 strong innings, and they're pulled for the relief pitchers. 434 complete games for Mathewson. I mean, you don't see that anymore. Completely different. And some of these, pitchers, I'm sure, threw in the 90s, so it's not like it's today's pitchers have that much more effort in pitching and stuff. But anyway, maybe for another discussion of a video, but there's that one. All right, moving on to 2017. I believe all of these are from the update series. We have a cool image of Ozzie Smith. Now these, of course, the one knock on 17s are they don't have the entire career stats, but still love the images. We have this great in-action shot of Derek Jeter. That's just a mark on the penny sleeve. There's the back. Great image here of Ricky Henderson, and leave it to Ricky. He's probably running out a single, double, you name it, and he's blowing a bubble. Just, that's Ricky, Hey, I got a hit. I might as well just blow a bubble with the gum I'm chewing and get on base. Probably after that, steal second. So that's classic Ricky Henderson. And this one I love. Again, some of these image variations show players, a few of them, show players outside of even baseball. I had shown one, I think it was a mini of Lou Gehrig in the water, I think fly fishing. Well, here's one of Ted Williams fishing. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's in the, I don't know if it's the Fly Fishing Hall of Fame, but he may be the only one that I think is in more than one Hall of Fame, not including college, something like that. There's something about Ted being in the Hall of Fame of like fly fishing and baseball Hall of Fame, that type of thing. But yeah, check out that that close, and he's focused on landing a fish, so that's pretty cool. Just back. There's some of these up here. All right, a few more here. Got one of, this is 2018, Reggie Jackson. And again, second year in a row when they don't do the entire stats, but yeah, okay. I didn't think that was on that little mark was on the card. All right, let's see, two more. Here's another one of a player outside of baseball. So I love these. It's almost like a mini collection within these short prints. You have a Johnny Bench. This is from 2019, playing golf. It's like he's hitting a shot from the fairway. Check out that outfit, going all blue. And there are his career stats. Obviously one of the greatest catchers of all time. And the last one is from 2020, another bubblegum card. Blowing a bubble there in the dugout. There's Frank Thomas. Sort of hard to see, like the way the picture's done. I mean, I'm assuming he's blowing a bubble there, but maybe that's a better angle there that you can see. This is my first, I think, Frank Thomas short print. And there are his career stats. All right, so there you have it. 10 new short print Hall of Fame image variations of Hall of Famers. Let me know which one of these 10 are your favorites, whether that be the card, the player. I know I have a few more coming in. I'll be putting together a video for that. I also have picked up a couple PSA vintage cards. Nothing wild and crazy, nothing on my 100 for $100,000 list yet. I'm still looking at trying to pick up number 11. But there you have it. Again, if you like the video, really appreciate you giving it a like. That's all I have for you. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.